Imagine trading a pile of gold for an equal weight of table salt. It sounds absurd, but for centuries, this was a reality. In 6th century West Africa, Moorish merchants did exactly that, an ounce of salt for an ounce of gold. This wasn't a strange local custom, it was a reflection of a global truth. The simple white crystal on your kitchen table was once one of the most powerful commodities on Earth, shaping the course of human history. So why was it so valuable? First, it was essential for life itself. Salt is crucial for our bodies to function, to maintain the balance of our fluids. Without it, we die. But its power went far beyond basic biology. Before refrigeration, salt was the only reliable way to preserve food. It was the technology that allowed meat and fish to be stored for months, even years. This single ability prevented famine, allowed armies to march on long campaigns, and enabled sailors to cross vast oceans. It was the foundation of food security. This control over life and food naturally led to immense political power. Rulers who controlled salt mines or trade routes held civilization by the throat. They imposed heavy salt taxes, which became a primary source of revenue for entire empires. In fact, the word salary comes from the Latin word salarium, the payment given to Roman soldiers specifically to buy salt. They were literally paid in salt. This power reshaped the world map. The Republic of Venice built its magnificent maritime empire by monopolizing the salt trade across the Mediterranean. Its wealth, drawn from controlling this white gold, funded the Renaissance art and architecture we still admire today. Coastal towns in medieval Europe that discovered underground salt deposits transformed overnight from sleepy fishing villages into centers of immense wealth. But where there's value, there's conflict. This wasn't just about economics, it was about survival and dominance. Entire wars were fought over it. In 1304, Venice and Padua clashed in the aptly named Salt War. In 1540, the city of Perugia rebelled against the Papal States over a salt tax, losing its autonomy for 3 centuries as a result. Salt could build kingdoms and it could break them. So what happened? How did this world-shaping commodity become so common? 2 inventions, separated by time, delivered the final blows. First, modern industrial mining techniques unlocked vast, previously unreachable salt deposits, flooding the market and making it incredibly abundant. The scarcity that drove its value vanished. Then came the second blow, refrigeration. Suddenly, the primary life-sustaining use for salt, preserving food, became almost obsolete. The ancient salt roads faded into history, the geopolitical power waned, and the communities built on the salt trade from the Philippines to West Africa saw their economies crumble. Salt was returned to its humble status as a simple seasoning. But its legacy is embedded in our language, in our history, and in the very foundations of the cities we live in. It's a story of how a single, simple substance can hold the power of life and death, build empires, and define the wealth of nations. The next time you reach for the salt shaker, pause for a moment. You're not just holding a condiment, you're holding a piece of history that was once fought for, died for, and treasured as much as gold itself.